Hi friends, hope you all are safe. I'm trying to bring a series of videos explaining a few important financial ratios in a simple and easy way so that the nuances of credit is understood by all. Once the nuances are understood properly, it would help us to improve our quality of sourcing. Last year, nearly 30% of the proposals sourced were declined due to the poor quality of the proposals. A doctor normally decides the course of action only after reading through your reports, medical reports like BP or sugar level, etc. The same way, the credit decisions are taken only after analyzing analyzing a few important financial ratios. If the financials are good, generally the chances of your proposals getting through is almost 100%, provided you have taken care of all the other important criteria like security, background check, etc. There are three principal ratios used for assessing the credit eligibility of an applicant. One, solvency ratio; two, liquidity ratio; and three, profitability ratio. In this video, I shall be talking about solvency ratio. The solvency ratio is generally referred to as TOL TNW ratio in our bank. It is also known as gearing ratio or leverage ratio or debt equity ratio. This TOL TNW ratio helps us in finding out the solvency of the company. Solvency means the company's capacity to repay its outside borrowings. For a banker, the long-term capacity of the company to repay its loan is very, very important. The TOL TNW ratio is calculated by dividing the total outside liabilities by tangible net worth of the company. If the ratio is lower, then the applicant is considered to have better survival chances in the longer run. I am sure you all would have seen a balance sheet. A balance sheet has two sides, liability side and asset side. The liability side tells us about the source of funds, that is, from where the funds have come from. The company's own funds and the company's borrowed funds are the two subheads which make up the liability side of a balance sheet. The company's own funds are known as tangible net worth, and the borrowed funds are known as total outside liabilities. The TNW is the owner's own money, his own stake in the business. It mainly comes from the capital or from the profit generated out of the business. The total outside liabilities shows all the borrowings of the company like bank loans, creditors, tax payables, etc. These are all the only two heads in the liabilities, in the liability side of a balance sheet. The calculation of TOL TNW ratio is not that difficult, friends. The net worth is shown in the top side of the liabilities, in the top portion of the liability side of a balance sheet, and the borrowings are furnished in the bottom portion of the liability side. If you divide the total outside liabilities, that is borrowing subtotal, by the TNW subtotal, you will get the TOL TNW ratio. Easy, no? A company is considered financially healthy if it has a lower TOL TNW ratio. Different banks have different benchmarks for making their credit decisions. We have our own benchmarks based on our past experiences. Generally, companies having TOL TNW up to 3 are considered good. A TOL TNW ratio of 5 is considered okay for SME businesses and traders. A company Having a lower TNW ratio will find it easier to meet its repayment obligations in time. The TOL-TNW ratio indicates the long-term survival capacity of the company. If a company has a higher ratio, say 6, 7, then the probability of the company not repaying the borrowings is higher. Hence, the TOL-TNW is considered very important in taking a credit decisions. If the TOL-TNW is higher, then we will be taking a riskier proposal, and hence the repayment will become a question at a later point. So, while sourcing a proposal, we should ensure the TOL-TNW complies to our benchmark so that we can avoid a possible NPA scenario later. From my 35 years of experience, I have learned that the prevention is always better than the cure and easier also. Hope I have helped you in making you understanding the solvency ratio better. Now, write to me if you need any further clarifications. See you friends. Take care.